The Kenya National Highways Authority is a single government entity with the highest outstanding pending bills at 70.2 billion shillings out of the country's 160 parastatals that recorded a total of 400.68 billion shillings in pending bills as at December 31st, 2022. Records in our possession from the National Treasury shows. However, state corporations and housing and urban development have a combined pending bills of 167.24 billion shillings, followed by agencies and infrastructure where KeNHA falls under with outstanding bills of 116.5 billion shillings. The Kenya Urban Roads Authority has an outstanding bill of 46.3 billion shillings. On the other hand, those under the Energy Ministry have bills amounting to 86.6 billion shillings, with the Kenya Power recording the highest figure at 74.2 billion shillings. The State Department for Crop Development has 74.6 billion shillings and Zoya Sugar Company 55.1 billion shillings respectively. The shocking revelation was laid bare by Records National Assembly by the Controller of Budget, Margaret Nyakango, who said latest figure is 14 billion shillings less than what was recorded as of December 31st, 2021. However, this data does not include figures from government ministries, state departments, constitutional commissions, and independent offices, meaning that combined the pending bills figure could be much higher. The pending bills include 166.99 billion shillings in unpaid contractor projects, 115.7 billion shillings owed to suppliers, 21.82 billion shillings pension arrears, and 2.96 billion shillings in unpaid staff loan deductions. The amount also covers unremitted statutory deductions that include 9.25 billion shillings pay as you earn to the Kenya Revenue Authority, 991.29 million shillings in staff SACCO deductions, 95.55 million shillings to NSSF, and 72.42 million shillings for the NHIF. Some 82.8 billion shillings is categorized as others. Various individuals who have previously done business with government agencies have been auctioned by financial institutions that advanced them credits, while others have died or been hospitalized due to the negative health effects of the demand to pay off loans. Interestingly, the pending bills figures have not been captured in the 2023 budget policy statement currently before Parliament for consideration. It is not clear whether it is by design or default. The BPS only captures the pending bills of county governments, which total 25.1 billion shillings. Broken down, state corporations and housing and urban development have a combined pending bill figure of 167.24 billion shillings, while agencies and infrastructure have bills of 116.5 billion shillings. Fisheries, aquaculture and the blue economy has 72.33 billion shillings, those under health 64.6 billion shillings, and transport 49.89 billion shillings, with Kenya Railways Corporation at 28.03 billion shillings and the Kenya Airports Authority at 21.5 billion shillings. Vocational education and training has 29.88 billion shillings and industrialization 9.56 billion shillings. The adopted report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on Supplementary Budget 1 for the 2022-2023 financial year recommended that the Office of the Controller of Budget, in collaboration with the Auditor General and Attorney General, develop an enforceable framework to manage further accumulation of pending bills and report this to the National Assembly by June 30th, 2023. The committee made the recommendations to support the government's fiscal consolidation efforts. Owing to the huge pending bills under the State Department for Transport, the National Assembly approved use of 12 billion shillings from the annuity fund to approve road projects, and that the same be refunded from the exchequer in future appropriations to the annuity fund based on yearly requirements. Pending bills occur as a result of delayed exchequer releases, supplementary budgets that cut funds already committed elsewhere, and variation in cost due to delayed payments, among other reasons. The Constitution states that pending bills shall form the first change on the budget of the concerned government agency in the subsequent financial year. It also warns that continued accumulation of pending bills distorts implementation of the budget of the government agency in question. Section 94 into brackets 1 of the Public Finance Management Act of 2012 states that failure to make any payments as and when they fall due by a state organ or a public entity may be an indicator of a serious material breach or a persistent material breach of measures established under the law. Section 25 into brackets 8 of the PFM Act prescribes that the CS shall take into account resolutions passed by Parliament in finalizing the budget for a given financial year. The National Assembly approved the 2021 BPS on March 4, 2021 and the 2022 BPS on February 24, 2022. Section 38 into brackets 1 of the PFM Act requires the CS to prepare a memorandum explaining how resolutions adopted on the BPS have been taken into account. The resolutions of the House on the 2021 BPS was that during finalization of budget estimates, Treasury should take into account pending bills and ensure funds are adequately provided for within the approved expenditure ceilings. The action taken by the Treasury as captured in the BSC report is that the national government and counties will continue to prioritize payments of all pending bills as a first charge on the 2023-2024 budget. The 2023 BPS notes that state corporations can be a major source of fiscal risk to public finances if they underperform financially. However, due to the strategic nature of the state-owned enterprises and public companies, given the national interest and the overall impact of their failure on the economy, the governments may be morally obligated to bail out state-owned enterprises and public companies in financial distress. Although the government has made a strong commitment to social protection across the population, delays in remitting pension deductions by state agencies remains a concern. The pensions plan of the national government covers the workforce in both formal and informal payrolls. Of those in formal employment, a majority serve in the public service with their pension administered under the Public Service Pension Scheme in the Treasury's Pensions Department. The benefits accrued under the scheme are budgeted for and drawn directly from the Consolidated Fund Services. In the 2021-2022 financial year, the government allocated 120 billion shillings to the defined pension scheme. The budget was increased to 146 billion shillings in the 2022-2023 financial year to reduce the fiscal risk associated with the unexpected increase in pension payments. The government plans to increase the allocation to 163.53 million shillings in the next financial year. Reporting for the Informa, Catherine Shallow.